Okay, so this is how I am making a tie blanket for my toddler. They say get 2 pieces of fabric that are 2.5 yards, but my daughter is only 2 years old, so I got 2 pieces of fabric that are only 2 yards each. And this is the fleece fabric. So I'm starting off by laying the first piece completely flat on the floor. Okay, and then here's the second piece laid on top of the first piece. As you can tell, it was not cut completely even. I know it's not going to be perfect, but you basically do the best you can, and then you start cutting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut each of the sides. Well, the top is actually pretty straight, so I'm going to cut this side, and this side. Okay, and I am actually going to be cutting this edge here because it's not just quite even. Also, I wanted to say the scissors you use, I recommend using fabric scissors. I know when I went to the store, some fabric scissors were like $15 or $20, like they're crazy expensive. Although if you look at the very, very bottom row, at least the store I went to, I found these scissors. They specifically said that they were for fabric, and they were only $1 and some change. So definitely look out there for the cheaper fabric scissors if that's the route you want to go. Okay, I just got done cutting. As you can see, I cut a bit off, and this is what it's like now. Although, and so I guess you basically have to, and this is the first time I'm doing this, so I want to show people how easy it actually is, because a lot of videos that I watched online looked like it was super easy, and it is easy, but this is how easy it is for a non-crafter. So I would definitely allow for cutting off the edges to make them straight. As you can see, they're not perfect. They're a lot better than what they were, but again, this is for my 2-year-old daughter, so this is still plenty big. Okay, so basically you cut out a square. I don't have a ruler, so I just am eyeing it, and what I'm going to do is I'm taking this piece and then I'm going to do it on all 4 corners the same, and since I don't have a ruler, I'm just going to lay this on there, and then I'm going to cut out the same exact amount on each corner. Okay, I cut out all 4 of my corners, and I am going to start cutting like this. Even along with this side, again, I don't have a ruler, so I am going to just eye it. It's not going to be perfect, but hey, it's going to be homemade and made with love. Okay, so as you can see, I cut all along the sides. They're not perfect by any means, but now is tie time. Okay, so for you first timers out there, you are going to tie each one in a double knot, and you are going to tie these 2 pieces to each other, not this one to this one. Considering this is the first time I'm doing this, I actually had to think about that for a second. As you can see, I already started tying. And whenever you tie, make sure that you get right up to the edge. As you can see in this one, I got right up to the edge and I double knotted it there. And I am going to tie a couple here first, a couple there, that way it doesn't get too uneven, or in case the blanket moves, because my little one is about to wake up here and I'm sure she'll dance around on the blanket. So I'm going to go ahead and tie all of these. Okay, I also wanted to mention, make sure whenever you tie them in the double knot, you tie them pretty tight, because if you do put this in the washing machine, you want to make sure that they stay tied. I think I am going to put this in the washing machine because my daughter has been carrying this fabric around, dragging it all through the floor and everything before I got a chance to do this. So I think I'm going to put it in the washing machine. However, I think I'm going to use cold water in the delicate cycle. So again, make sure these are really tight. This is the tying that I got done so far. So I would say I'm almost halfway done, and then I just have to do that side and then down this side. Something else I notice as I'm tying these, because you do want them to be tight, as you can see, it seems like the tighter I tie them, the more bunched up the blanket gets. Again, no big deal to me. My 2-year-old is going to love it, and I guess you learn as as you go, because this is my first one. So it's like I want them to be tight, but at the same time it bunches up. But I think that's okay. Also, I just wanted to ask, maybe people know and I don't know, but I noticed, look, as you can see, there's like some spaces in between the ties. So I don't know how you deal with that, or maybe that's just normal on all blankets. But so far I think it's turning out good. And I heard some noises in there, so I know my little one's about to wake up, so I'm so excited I'm so excited to show this to her, because like I said, she's been carrying around just this piece of material. It hasn't been like a blanket yet. So this is the completed product. As you can see, it is a lot smaller than when it started out. I think because not necessarily the cutting, but because you're supposed to tie them tight, it kind of bunched it up in all of the corners, so it kind of turned out pretty small. I know my little one's in it, but oh, let me see this. Let me see this side real quick. Let me see this side. Oh, so you get the point. But go ahead, you cover yourself up. But you know what? It's perfect because look who enjoys it. It fits her perfectly. Yeah, Shopkins. Oh, now you're doggy? So for a 2-year-old, like I said, this was 2 yards of fabric. Each piece was 2 yards. And with tying it tight, that's how it turned out. But the original reason why I even wanted to do this is to have a blanket to cover her up when she's in her car seat. So considering it's just going to be over her lap and like her belly, her chest, it's going to be big enough. But if you do this for an adult, I think that, I don't know, you should just not tie it as tight or buy a lot bigger. What you doing? You're being silly. Oh, because the light on the camera. But again, that's my first attempt at a tie blanket. If anybody else has suggestions. Alright, please like this video and subscribe. Bye.